Hi everyone! It's been a little while. Too long. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We got really busy. But we managed in all this time to make it to the
Friends of the Library book sale. The same book sale that we made our first video about.
Yes, and we went with Ariel, so it was super fun. We meant to take footage of it, but we like literally got so excited that we both forgot to do that.
It was overwhelming.
Yeah, we have no footage this time, and we had a really good time, and we got a lot of books.
We did.
You start.
Okay. My first book is Notes from Underground by Dostoyevsky. It's a book I already own, but not in such a...
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's a very pretty book. It's mine is just an old Dover copy that I've read to pieces.
I think mine's even worse than that.
Yours is just a...
Like, the text is this big. I've never actually finished the book because the text is so small. So, the first ones I'm going to talk about are these three really pretty McSweeney's. How We Are Hungry by Dave Eggers. A Child Again by Robert Coover.
Yeah, Robert Coover.
I don't know who that is, but...
I know who that is.
It's really cool. It's got these, like, side pockets and all these really beautiful illustrations.
Typical McSweeney.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Just super pretty. And then Mr. Gwyn by Alessandro Baricco. Look at his light bulb, it shines. Isn't it pretty? I love McSweeney's. I will pretty much pick up anything McSweeney's, so I was pretty excited when I got those.
Very good finds. I found 2 selections by Pablo Neruda. I don't typically pick up poem selections. I like to read the individual collections, but with someone like Neruda, I couldn't resist. I've only read him in anthologies, so it's good to get a proper selection, or 2.
So my next one that I picked up, which I'm actually pretty excited about because I am a fan of her work, is Taken by Daphne Marlatt. I believe you're reading...
I'm currently reading Anna Historic.
Yeah, and I love it. So I'm pretty excited. I believe she... Sorry, I haven't looked her up in a while, so I'm going off of information that I learned 10 years ago, but she's like a Canadian female writer who mixes a lot of like poetry
and prose.
Yeah,
she likes to combine.
And so it ends up having a really interesting... I call her the Canadian Jeanette Winterson. That might be reductive, I'm not sure. That's how I compare her to people. People that I know who like Jeanette Winterson, I tend to also recommend her.
My next books, more poetry. The early poems of Ezra Pound. A draft of the Cantos, so I don't know what to expect from that. But anyone who knows Ezra Pound and knows about the Cantos, I won't go into too much detail there. It's just, it has its reputation.
Okay. My next one is actually a replacement of a book that I've already had that's in this mystery box that...
The missing box.
Yeah, I have a missing box of my favorite books, so I was really excited to find a replacement. And that is, I'm really horrible at French. It's a short story collection by Dionne Brand. Dionne Brand is one of those writers that I really love what she's doing. Her short stories especially I think are amazing, but I find I'm not too into her fiction. So I haven't read this in 10 years, so I'm excited to give it, because I've lost the box.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to give it another read.
Very good. I'm still meaning to read her myself. I have the collected short stories of this author, but I couldn't resist buying short stories by Paul Bowles. And I guess the reason for that is, you know, you find a collected short stories, any book of collected short stories, it's just massive typically, so it's...
To carry it around is almost impossible.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't. But, I mean, this is still pretty thick, but thinner than the collected.
It's a reading copy as opposed to a sitting on the shelf copy.
That sounds about right, yeah.
My next one is a short story author that I actually quite like, and that is Andre Dubus?
Dubos, maybe?
Dubos. Yes, I'm excited. I haven't read this collection yet, so it will be on my to-be-read shelf probably in the next couple months.
For sure. The next book is the one I'm the most excited about.
Yeah.
It is not only one of my favorite authors, but one of my favorite of her books. and that is Plainwater by Anne Carson. I love Anne Carson. She is remarkable. Again, sort of in the Daphne
Marlatt.
Same vein, you know, poetry, but experimental. You know, she experiments with, I think of something like Nabokov's Pale Fire, which is sort of a play on form and specifically as it relates to poetry. In general, she's just fascinating. And this is actually one I'd recommend to any first reader of Anne Carson.
I haven't read any yet.
Well, this is the one for you.
This is the one for me. My next one I'm pretty excited about, and that is Flowers and Fruit by Colette.
You love Colette.
I do. She gets quite a lot of play on this channel. I find this cover also amusing.
It is.
So I'm excited to read it.
You should be. On the subject of amusing covers, take a look at this one by Patricia Highsmith. I don't know what the graphic designer was going for there, but it is a uniquely strange cover. There's you know, the Catholic...
there's a Pope hat.
A Pope hat, maybe? I don't know what.
And an atomic bomb behind it.
Yes, there's the mushroom cloud, and then in the foreground there's some...
Clovers?
Clovers or something.
Yeah, but don't let... Patricia Highsmith is amazing. Don't let...
Oh, she's fantastic. Yeah, don't be discouraged by the odd cover.
By the back cover.
This one is called Tales of Natural and Unnatural Catastrophe. So we can kind of see how those images come together.
Kind of.
Kind of.
That's pretty bad.
They're just poorly integrated.
The next one is another author.
Another French author.
That that's had a little bit of play here.
You certainly mentioned her.
Blue Eyes, Black Hair by Marguerite Duras, maybe.
Duras.
I know nothing about it. I think you found it and gave it to me.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited because more her is good.
Absolutely. And my last books are by another French author named Marguerite. It's Marguerite Yourcenar. I don't know, maybe you can help me with that one.
I think this whole video is just us pronouncing things wrong.
Just bad pronunciation. We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah.
And the titles are Fires, A Coin in 9 Hands.
You stumbled because that's a weird title.
It is a weird title. A Blue Tale and Other Short Stories, and That Mighty Sculptor, Time. I've only read one of hers, but I rather liked it. It was Coup de Grace. It was one of the best war novels I've ever read.
Whoa.
Not that I've read many war novels.
That's actually like a fairly big recommendation coming from you because
I don't really...
You are not into war novels.
It's not my genre,
No.
so the fact that I finished it is pretty remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
It's short, which helped, but she's just a fantastic writer. It is a brutal portrait. Very well done, very worthwhile.
The last one is a book that a lot of people were talking about.
And one that Ariel recommended to you.
I got this one because Ariel told me that I should read it for fun. It's well, I don't know if fun is the right word in terms of subject matter, but in terms of like density of the writing, it's probably going to be like more of a fun read.
It's on the lighter side for you.
Me. So it's Emma Donohue's Room. I remember when we first started, a lot of people were reading this, so yeah. I'm a year behind once I finally read this.
That's right.
But I feel like it's always good to have kind of like a mainstream, less dense read kind of around, just in case, you know, I want something.
Yeah.
That's like just kind of on my side table.
Break up the Marguerites, you know.
Yeah. So that's it for our haul.
That's it.
I don't know if you can tell, we've both been a little bit sick.
Yes, we have.
It's part of the reason that we haven't been making videos because we have a horrible throat cold thing. So I apologize if we're a little croaky.
Pardon us.
But we thought people want to see apparently what we haul, so we thought we'd put one out there.
Yeah.
We're going to also try and do a wrap up of the last couple months.
With any luck.
And a few other things. So.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yes. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.